guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode of Built Not Born, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about just relaxing because we're all going to die anyway. I know the title is really harsh and it probably kind of made you look at me sideways for a little bit when you first saw it, but it's the real reality of life that I feel like a lot of us have not necessarily faced yet, myself included. I know that at the end of this, it's going to be over. I know that I won't be Sydney forever. I do actually kind of believe in reincarnation, so I might come back as a cute little Yorkie or something, hopefully, because I really don't want to just live in like a black abyss for the rest of my life. It's hard to accept the fact that it's all going to be over, but it's going to be over. And I really feel like that should be one of the biggest, most important reasons that we live every day like it is our last. I've actually been doing this recently with getting up every day at 8 a.m. because I want to enjoy most of my day. I've been doing it for like maybe 3 or 4 days, but it actually really feels good to get up in the morning, get everything squared away, write, journal. I've been journal every day when you first wake up or once you've gotten ready before you leave your house or whatever, and write out what you want to do for the day, how you want to feel today, what plans you have, what things you're nervous about, so that when you come back at the end of the day, you can really appreciate things that you thought were going to go wrong and didn't, or things that you thought were going to go good and didn't, so you can know what to do differently. I just feel like if you get up early, I try not to take naps too. Like I'm really trying to take my life around, y'all, for real. The thoughts of death though are very, very scary. Like I do not know what happens when I die. Like I know you got heaven and hell, whatever, and I do believe in God, but at the same time, it's like, what does that feel like? I'm really just never, like, I'm just gonna be gone. Like I'm just like that's just it. But at the same time, it's kind of peaceful, I feel, to know that I will not be here forever. To know that things that I feel like are so embarrassing, like when I feel like, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe that happened. Knowing I'm gonna die and know that all of us are gonna die really makes me feel like, is it really that deep? Like I should just chill out. The things that you do that you feel like there's no coming back from, not gonna matter. In 60 years, when a new generation has came up and they're growing up in their life, nobody's gonna be like, remember that time that Sydney busted her butt on the high school track when she was a sophomore in high school? Nobody's going to recall that. And if they do, I'm going to be mortified, but I don't think that they will. And that's what gives me peace. I feel like society makes us feel as though we need to have everything in order. Society makes us feel like we need to have everything together, and seeing people who have their life put all the way perfect, or perfect as we see it, how they portray it to us, by 18 years old. You're living in a penthouse, moved at your parents' house, own car, 2025 off the lot. It makes you compare yourself to people, and it makes you feel like you're a failure, that you're not moving fast enough. But at the same time, you're moving at your pace. And I think that's something that we also tend to forget, is that we're the main character in our life, and we think that we're the main character in everyone else's, but we're not. The same way that you feel about yourself, like everybody's watching and everybody cares about the mistakes you made, everybody feels like that about themselves as well. While I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody's looking at me, people are also walking around like, oh my gosh, everybody's looking at me, but we're all in our heads. Nobody's actually really looking at us. I think it's important that we embrace our failures. We need to accept the fact that everything that we do is not going to be done in perfection. Everything that we do is not going to be amazing. Like there are some things you do that are going to be mediocre. There are some things you do and you're going to look back, or even look when you do it and be like, what is this? And I can go for something big and something small, whether it's a meal, a makeup look, an outfit, or a very big drastic decision such as going to college, or where to move to, or who to marry. You're gonna have to embrace those failures that you make and know that it's just another point in your life. I, for some odd reason, feel like a lifespan is from 1 to 100. I know people live past 100, but when I think of a life, I always think of it as firstborn to 100 years old. I don't ever put it past 100. So right now I'm in like the first 25% area of my life. I haven't even lived a full 25% of my life if I were to live into 100. If we're doing drastically horrible things, of course those things are going to follow us. But I'm talking to the people who are doing stuff like people who feel bad about minute things. Enjoy the process of life. to just know that while today might not be a good day, and maybe tomorrow won't be a good day either, next week, next month, next year could be the best time of my life. And knowing that all the work that I'm putting in now is going to pay off. Like, the work you're doing is going to pay off every single time. I do not think that it won't. It's so important to be proud of yourself, to give yourself grace. Oh my gosh, give yourself grace. While I feel like it is long, at the same time it is short, and days go by like this, time goes by like this. When I really think about it, I feel like I was just in my bed on Zoom doing quarantine my freshman year of high school. Almost gonna be a sophomore in college. Like, it's crazy to me just how fast it went by. Like, high school flew by. And I just know that these next 4 years are going to just fly by the exact same way. Before I know it, I'm going to be graduating college, starting my career. I just feel like it's so important to prioritize joy, prioritize happiness in doing things for yourself, and less about competing, comparing, contrasting, and just simply knowing that within yourself you are enough. Knowing that it is so important to really not care. You should care, but at the same time, you don't need to spend so much time caring that you do not live in the moments that you're placed in, because you're so worried about something else. Because if you're in a moment and you're worried about another moment or a past moment, you won't be able to really enjoy that moment. So care with caution. I think that's the way to put it. Care with caution. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how you guys feel about this. Tell me if you guys are struggling with worrying about what will happen in the future or in the past, or not being able to put things behind you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.